Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban used his country's EU presidency to effectively hold talks on sanctions against Russia, political reports citing senior European officials. As European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen noted, Hungary was also jeopardizing European security. In particular, she criticized Budapest for its reluctance to join EU partners in supporting Kyiv, and for Budapest's unilateral decision to strengthen ties with Moscow and Beijing.
The world has witnessed the atrocities of Russia's war. And yet, there are still some who blame this war not on the invader, but the invaded. Not on Putin's. There are still some who blame this war not on Putin's lust for power, but on Ukraine's thirst for freedom. So I want to ask them, would they ever blame the Hungarians for the Soviet invasion in 1956?
Poland will take over the EU presidency from Hungary as early as January 1st, 2025. Member states expect Poland to revive discussions on issues that Hungary has blocked: political rights. This includes the introduction of the 15th package of restrictions against Russia. Thus, Warsaw, during its EU presidency, intends to tighten control over the supply of Russian fuel, which remains an important source of income for the Kremlin. The EU has already imposed restrictions on Russian oil and significantly reduced purchases of Russian pipeline gas. But there are many loopholes that Moscow uses. The EU urgently needs to reconsider its sanctions strategy, political rights, citing European diplomats.
The Poles also want to use their presidency to push for more transparency on exactly how much Russian fossil fuel is entering the EU, perhaps even under false pretexts. The initiative has considerable support. Earlier this week, 10 countries, including France, the Czech Republic, Sweden, Finland and 3 Baltic nations, issued a joint warning that there has been a recent increase in imports of Russian LNG in the EU, but that these natural gas supplies are not currently properly identified, from the publication in Politico.
As the President of Poland noted, Warsaw's priorities will also include Ukraine's European integration. According to Andrzej Duda, Warsaw has already informed the leaders of the EU countries of its plan for its presidency in the first half of 2025.
The issues of security, our common support for Ukraine and how to act so that Ukraine can be accepted into the European Union as soon as possible have been raised repeatedly. I presented Polish priorities in the upcoming Polish presidency of the Council of the European Union.
On December 14, 2023, EU leaders made a political decision to start negotiations with Kyiv on European integration. According to Financial Times journalists, after joining the bloc, Ukraine can count on more than 180 billion euros from the EU within 7 years. And its integration may not happen before 2030. Earlier, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky noted that Ukraine could become a member of the European Union faster than expected. Reported by Serhiy Kulas, Krystyna Dombrovska, UATV News.